The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. And the opening kickoff will not be returned, as that will be a touchback. They'll start on the ground with Swift. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. You talk about this Chiefs defense. And they come in a top 10 unit against the pass, currently 8th in the NFL.
And I'm struggling a little bit trying to really categorize this crew. They're top 10 in the league against the pass, but the bottom half of the league in sacking the quarterback. That doesn't make sense. Imagine if this group ever put pressure on the QB, they'd easily move into the top 5.
Right back to Swift again on second down. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
On 1st and 10, it's Swift. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. You often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
Now Hurts going to shift him around a bit. On 2nd down, Swift. It's a pretty strong running there as he'll take this across the 50 and down to the 44. 14 yards there and an Eagle first down. You were telling me this yesterday. That's exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation. We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. What's that, 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. Here's a 2nd and 5. The option to give to Swift here. They follow up the gain of 5 by only getting 1 there on 2nd down. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Here comes the 7th play of this opening drive. They've moved it well, but here's 3rd down. Hurts sets up to throw it. This short throw caught by Goddard. And he is going to have an Eagles first down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert here on 3rd and 3. Solid opening drive so far, Charles. They've moved this football into field goal range, but you know that they want to cap this off with 6 and not 3.
Absolutely. As one of the better coaches in the league always tells me, on offense, I want to throw body blows all game long and finish it with uppercuts. Well, here are the body blows right now. He's hoping one uppercut will take care of the end of this drive.
Off the play fake. Here's Hurts. This is Smith with a grab. And out of bounds Mahomes all the way down at the 3. That one goes for 30 yards.
Despite writing it down on my notes, I never give enough credit to the offensive line, and we have to here. The protection, that's what made this play a success. Quarterback had to wait for his crossing route to develop, and that takes a little bit of extra time. Excellent job by the big fellas up front.
Swift is into the end zone for an Eagle touchdown.
Touchdown, Philadelphia.
On for the extra point, Jake Elliott. He's got it, and the Eagles lead at 7-zip.
It's the score, Eagles 7, Chiefs nothing. Jake Elliott to kick off for Philadelphia.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And we see James. He will not return it, and they'll bring it out to the 25.
Their own 25-yard line.
Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Here's Pacheco to begin the drive. And he tried to bounce it outside, but they'll stop him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. You look at this Eagle defense, and they played well against the pass, currently ranked 7th in the NFL.
And I think with as good as their coverage is, and they're also excellent tacklers, they try to keep things in front of them and either make the tackle or you have to run out of bounds because there's nowhere to go. They'll let him dink and dunk all day long.
That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. Now here's Mahomes. They'll set up the screen to Pacheco. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. They pick up 10, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
And that's a play that's not uncommon on 3rd and long because the offense is just hoping that somehow they can get a guy in space and follow some blockers downfield. Does a pretty nice job there getting a few yards, but he ends up getting stopped before he can get the 1st down.
Oh, he takes it in, doesn't let it bounce. He takes it at the 2. A big hitter that time in the punt game. 66 yards on the boot. And the Eagles will be backed up deep to get the drive started as they take over 1st and 10. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And you figure this should be a healthy, arrested, a focused unit, and they're working on a good winning streak. They had the week off last week. This is really a team, Charles, that should be in top.
Absolutely with that. What coaches worry about, what organizations worry about, though, is overconfidence. They've been playing so well, and now they've had that extra time off. And we've seen teams come back off the open week and come out flat. So what a lot of good coaches do is they kind of game plan for that with their teams. On defense, they may blitz more in the beginning to get them going. On offense, they may go more up-tempo. Anything to get them out of lethargy right at the beginning.
Oh, good move. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. Good work after the catch. Going to net him 23 and a 1st. He can really smell 800 catches right now because that last one puts him at 799, knocking on the door. Now Hurts changing up the play. Back to throw now on 1st down. Throw left side complete. That's Brown. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the 1st quarter of play. After 7-0 on EA Sports. So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 41. Play action. Here's Hurts. This short throw caught by Goddard. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the first down.
That's going to be caught. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
I think he has to be saying to himself, how did that not wind up a touchdown? Remember, you just need the tip of the ball to cross the plane. It's not going to get there, but they're going to be set up in great shape with 1st and goal.
Great. King, Phil King.
Here's Swift. And he's in. Touchdown, Eagles. DeAndre Swift, his 12th rushing touchdown of the year. And the Eagles go up by 2 touchdowns. So his strong first half continues as he finds the end zone here for the 2nd time.
And definitely good blocking at the point of attack, and you just have to love watching the way he can create space down near the goal line, and he's able to take it into the end zone.
Elliott good on the extra point, and that'll make the score 14-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And they had lost 2 in a row prior to getting the open week last weekend, so potentially a chance for them to get away for a bit, keel up, and come back strong.
That's what the hope is anyway, because you're going to find out now with your team, are you still focused on being the best you can be for the rest of the season with the things going the way they have earlier this year?
Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Mahomes trying to fight his tight end Kelsey, and it's intercepted. It's Nakobe Dean with a pick, and they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line.
And Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively, not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. Davante Adams, touchdown. Davante Adams, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Eagles are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. So, Charles, that's 3 touchdowns on 3 drives, and it's just been an offensive barrage so far.
Great word, partner, using barrage right there. I'm going to add another word if you don't mind. How about perfection? No surprise that they're leading right now. Absolute dominance throughout this ball game and no signs of slowing down.
Elliott good with a PAT, and that makes the score 21-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21.
At their own 21-yard line.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here, because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse if this is an important possession, but I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer, because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit.
Oh, everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted. Picked off by Reed Blankenship. And the Eagles are going to get the football here as he gets this up to the 38-yard line. And, Charles, you know, it seems like sometimes when you fall down early, there can be a tendency there to try and get it all back in one fell swoop. And that time, that thinking leads to an interception.
And I believe you brought up a really good point there, Brandon, because you try and force plays, right? You try and get all back in one shot, just as you mentioned there. And you know you're going to need some big plays to get back into the game. But ultimately, you really can't force what isn't there.
They throw right away, and that's complete out on the right side. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. The catch and run there, good for 16 and a first.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Hey, easy, 63, pass.
On first down, Hurts. He's going deep for Brown. And that's going to be incomplete.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
2nd and 10. Hurts. And his throw here's incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Throwing is Hurts. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 34-yard line. 12 yards on 3rd down as the drive rolls on. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. And Hurts going to move him around.
73.
Swift going to try up the middle. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
Hey, 73. Get it.
2nd down, here's Jalen Hurts. And it's complete to Adams. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. That one goes for 24 yards.
Let's just call it what it is. This has been a flat-out struggle for this defense all game long. They've really had a hard time slowing them down. And while I'm not big on speeches and guys jumping up and down, they might need their team leader on defense to get in their face right now and light a fire under these guys. They've got to start playing better assignment football and start getting guys on the ground.
On 1st and goal, they'll try the option left. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Jalen Hurts keeping it himself from 7 yards out. And the Eagles are able to add on to their first half lead. Well, you talk about a team coming into an opposing stadium and just taking the life right out of a crowd. That's what we're witnessing here. 27-0, Charles.
And this defense, they've just looked completely unprepared for what's been thrown at them. And you know they're supposed to adjust series to series. That has not happened for them, so I don't think halftime adjustments are going to help a heck of a lot. They are in major trouble unless they figure out something really fast.
Elliott good on the extra point, and the route is on here in this first half.
Jake Elliott to kick off for Philadelphia.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And not a good return here at all, as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line.
At their own 12-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers.
My first thought is surprise, because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
On play action, it's Mahomes. Oh, he had a man open. He overshot him. It's incomplete.
There are not many times where you might say it's a detriment to have a quarterback with a cannon for an arm. But this might be one of those few times. He just laid that one out there a bit too far, and his receiver couldn't run under it.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Throwing now is Mahomes. And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
Good clean play. No flags coming out of the pocket of the officials. Turns into an incompletion, and that should get him off the field with a 3 and out.
On is the punter Townsend as he gets this one away. And the punt will kick out of bounds, and it'll be spotted inside the 30-yard line.
26-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Well, everything right now that they touch on this side of the football, it seems to turn to gold. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. That lead continues to grow. And, I mean, if they can get points here, Charles, might almost be an insurmountable comeback for the other side.
I think you make a great case for that, so I'm going to flip it over to the other side. Could they make the big comeback? Certainly. Am I expecting it? Not at all. I think if we don't see a drastic change in how they're playing, this blowout's going to get bigger and bigger before the final gun.
Here's 2nd and 10. Now Hurts looking to change the play. To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Hurts. Oh, he tried to fit it in on the slant, and it's intercepted. Trent McDuffie with a pick, and they will take over at the 29-yard line. So after the INT, here's Mahomes. Got the connection here to Bourne. So the completion good for just 3. And that will bring up 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
From the gun, it's Mahomes. He'll check this one down to Pacheco. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. And he's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Mahomes and the offense staying out there. They'll go for it on 4th. Mahomes going to go on 4th down. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. The safety, Terrell Edmonds, picks it. And the Eagles will have the football as this is taken up past the 30. A nightmare of a first half for him. That's now 3 interceptions. But, Charles, with his talent, if anyone can shake this off and right the ship, it's him.
I agree, because you don't get to be one of the best quarterbacks in the league without developing some major mental toughness. So I expect him to go to the locker room at halftime, hit the reset button, and come out a new guy in half number 2. So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there, freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
And now they'll shift things around. Second down. Here's Hurts. And this will be caught at the 30. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. They'll get 34 yards there.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
So the big play has him all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. Here's Hurts to throw. He's got Smith here. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down to about the 21 or 22.
Out of bounds at the 22-yard line.
So from the 22, here's 2nd and 2.
63. Crowd left, Yanni. Crowd left, Yanni. Go Silver, ready? Go.
Back to throw again. Quick slant to Brown. And offensively, they'll take the timeout with 6 seconds left in the second quarter.
First down, Eagles.
Now we're 1st and 10 at the 11. They'll throw now on the final play. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the left hash, a chip shot here. The kick by Elliott is good, and that will do it for this first half. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down, 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. The Super Bowl champs trailing here, but they will get the ball first to begin quarter number 3. Now this will be returned from deep in the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history. That's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And partner, you know, as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late, that wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible. Let's face it. And bottom line is, it officially becomes impossible if this possession is an empty one.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 12 more yards there and another first down.
Not too shabby for his first carry of the game. That's exactly what most teams are looking for. A really good change of pace back.
First and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Mahomes now on first down. Man open, that's Marquez Valdez-Scantling. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup. With that grab, he now sits at 200 for his career, and maybe more importantly, a first down. Looking to throw is Mahomes. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And he is going to lose yardage here. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's second down. Working from the gun, Mahomes. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already, and it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
Yellow.
Again, they'll throw with Mahomes. Complete, the tight end Kelsey. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
And this is an offense in need of getting a few good things to happen. Here's one right here. They've had their share of struggles in key moments, but that's a nice throw. A nice work after the throw, and they're set up now with a first and goal.
That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
Now from the 9, here's second and goal.
Hey, 57 colors. Easy. Attack.
Now Mahomes. And that is caught for the touchdown, Kansas City. Marquez Valdez-Scantling. A 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Chiefs are able to make some inroads here to that deficit.
They went 5 wide in that offensive set. And racing, going 3 wide's a big deal. To go 5, how about the way that they finish things off?
Did you just fit a race car reference into the game?
Zoom. How about the way that you play? When you go 5 wide, that means you're going fast now.
Zoom indeed. Extra point by Butker is on target, and the lead is down to 24. Here's the Chiefs kickoff unit now as they'll send this one away. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. There he goes, right side. And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And they were terrific in the first half, built up a sizable lead, and it's just been cut into a bit following the opening drive score on the other side. But this is a unit that has to be itching to get the football again.
You can say that again. They've got to be pretty eager because, let's face it, they've had to sit through halftime, then sit on the sidelines and watch that drive. So you can bet that they're saying, let's get on with this. We got to go out there and get some more points.
Hurts throw taken in by Adams. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Now Hurts going to shift him around a bit. That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit. A false start backs him up 5. 1st and 15. Off the play fake. Here's Hurts. He finds his tight end Goddard. That's complete. Hook up of 15 yards there. And that'll leave him with a second and just a few inches left.
Brings up 2nd and inches at the 35-yard line.
Hurts sets up to throw it. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Smith. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Devontae Smith, 35 yards. And the Eagles have opened the lead up to 30. Well, on the other sideline right now, it's just absolute dejection. But, Charles, let's focus on the positive. With the lead that they built here, they've done pretty much everything to perfection in this ball game.
They certainly have. Makes me think that their week of preparation was excellent. And they flowed into this game, and it carried over. And right now, I don't expect them to back off at all. They're playing so well, they just want to keep it going.
He will return this from deep in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that, because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
On second down, here's Mahomes. His throw incomplete.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
Yellow. Attack, attack.
To throw, it's Mahomes. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD. Well, what has been a fantastic game for this defense has been rough for this offense. And certainly a signal caller, Charles, that's thrown all these interceptions. Another one there, and this one taken all the way back for the score.
Partner hoping they're holding a nice little spot in the post-game highlights to show this rip of interceptions and great plays this group has made. They've been on it from snap one.
Now this will be returned from deep in the end zone. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. Well, we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. And I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
Well, when the running game's not working, sometimes you just got to take a few more chances down the field. That's a good effort, but it winds up incomplete.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10.
Yellow.
Mahomes going to throw. Oh, and that is incomplete.
Well, partner, they've certainly played up to their top 10 defensive ranking this week. They've stifled this opposing offense throughout this game. This contest is now lopsided because of their efforts, and there's still a quarter to go.
And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. Fair catch called for and made at the 16 or maybe the 17-yard line. That one in the books as a 64-yard punt. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways, because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Third quarter on a Monday night with a 2nd and 10 coming up. Throwing is Hurts. He hits Adams complete. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. A gain there of 21 yards.
Well, I certainly don't want to pile on, but this defense has just not been up to the challenge in this game, and this continues as we see here. Coverage, not been very good, soft in spots. And there's an easy throw and catch for another first down.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is a defense that's certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
Hurts. And this is caught. It's Brown. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 32-yard line. 1 quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. We're back now in KC. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 32-yard line. Now Hurts changing up the play. Again, he'll drop to throw. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Trent McDuffie with a pick. And the Chiefs are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. Now they get a 4th quarter pick. It's something to hang their head on, I guess.
Okay, so let's face it. Who's happy about this play? Fantasy guys, right?
Yeah.
The analytics will tell you one thing or another. That's a bad play on one hand, a good play on the other, but it's all about the fantasy points here.
Yeah, because this ball game is over. And they're able to get this one across the 35. This drive starting off on the right foot, 18 yards. From all the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive. Mahomes now to throw. Going across the middle, and Valdez-Scantling has it. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 46-yard line.
Yellow.
Now here's Mahomes. And now here is another interception. The safety, Terrell Edmonds, picks it. And the Eagles are going to get the football here at their own 40-yard line. But with this advantage, this defense knew that passes were coming, and they stayed in position, Charles, and picked one off here in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, what a way to cap things off, huh? Because I think this is part of the game within the game. They see the scoreboard, they see what they can accomplish, and they went for it.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable 4th quarter lead. Now a first down throw complete downfield. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. A very solid gain of 27. Still throwing the football here, even with the big lead.
Yeah, I know you and I came up in a different era, and we think about sportsmanship and all that. Other people think about fantasy points and getting their numbers. That's all they care about right now.
They'll throw on first down with Hurts. That is caught. It's the tight end Goddard. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. Give him 30 yards there.
And this has been the story all night long. They just came out firing and have not backed off, even with the big fourth quarter lead. Here's another completion for big yardage.
It looks like a jumbo set with 3 tight ends here for first and goal. And he gets halfway there from the 4 to the 2 on a gain of 2. From the 2 now, second and goal. No, he didn't spike it. He faked it. And that is going to wind up incomplete. So they try to hit him with something you don't see too often, but it doesn't work out. Well, up big here in the fourth quarter, up really big. That passing incompletion, I don't think they needed the completion, but Charles, this is an offense right now that they're just having fun. They're clicking on all cylinders.
Yeah, you're right. They didn't need a completion. They certainly don't need any more points. But they're not going to turn them down. They're going to continue to run what they have in their playbook, and they still want to run it efficiently.
And Goddard's got it. Touchdown, Eagles. 2 yards on the touchdown there. And the Eagles add on to their fourth quarter lead, and they are on their way to improving to 8-2. Elliott on for the extra point. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead.
Eagles 52, Chiefs 7. Jake Elliott to kick off for Philadelphia.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And this will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side, and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Mahomes will try again on second down. That went into the hands of Tony downfield. Loose inside the 30. Inside the 10. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Kadarius Toney, 85 yards. And the Chiefs get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this fourth quarter deficit. And CD, they just haven't had a whole lot to cheer about here, but it may be cliche, but give them credit for this. They've continued to fight and scratch and claw, and they get the touchdown here in the fourth quarter.
And I'm okay with that cliche, all right? Maybe it'll alleviate the sting a little bit, because at least they can look in the mirror and realize they fought all the way through. Horrible game for them, not one they'll want to remember. At least they'll keep their heads up and have some pride when they leave this stadium.
And he will get into the end zone as the deficit moves from really bad to slightly less than really bad. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25.
They're on the 25-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And this one has gone pretty well to form. They've come in, had little problem thus far, and now they'll try to polish things off in the fourth. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
Partner, you and I have struggled with this for years. You've got the lead. Just take care of the football and burn some of that clock. But there's something to be said for not taking your foot off the gas as well, because you can never have too big of a cushion. That one, though, falls incomplete.
Under 4 to go now as they come up on second down. Here's Hurts to throw. He's going deep for Brown. And this will be caught at the 30. Touchdown, Eagles. A.J. Brown, 75 yards. And the Eagles add another 6 points to what's going to be a blowout victory. Well, obviously, Charles, no more points were needed, but some teams just can't resist the urge to keep adding on, and they did just that here in the fourth quarter.
And we've certainly been on the call to see many teams do exactly that over the years, Brandon. Some to even more impressive degrees. In the end, it always goes back to there's still a defense out there, and it's still a game of NFL football. So if you don't like what's happening, it's up to you to get them stopped.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive.
15.
They were coming off the extra week of rest, but this team started sluggish, and it really didn't get any better from there, and trailing big here in this fourth quarter. On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. Screen play, McKinnon. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down.
And when you have success throwing the football, the old cliche becomes true. The playbook opens up wide, and these screen passes, they become even more difficult to stop.
Throwing on 1st down is Mahomes. Open man here. It's the tight end, Kelsey. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 25 yards that time. Well, a touchdown here on this drive, it wouldn't really put much of a dent in the score, the deficit right now. But as you mentioned in the past, CD, their coach is probably just hoping to see something executed correctly on this drive before we close out the ball game.
Yeah, and I think that every guy who's on the field has to feel exactly the same way, because if not, they might be looking for replacements. Treat every drive as if it's your last and make it a successful one in some small way.
And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. That's now a pair of explosive plays in succession, both north of 20 yards.
1st and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Mahomes now on 1st down. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he is going to lose yardage here. So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. They're looking at 2nd down now as they search for a consolation score. Again, they'll throw with Mahomes. And my goodness, another interception. The safety, Terrell Edmonds, picks it. And the Eagles are going to take over at their own 13-yard line. Yet another mistake after the interception there. And, gosh, you look up at the scoreboard, they just got to be thinking this one cannot get over fast enough.
It certainly can't. And also what happens when you get this big of a deficit, you're supposed to make all the right throws, right? You're supposed to try and obviously get the ball to your own guys. But being down this big, you also take even more chances. And in this situation, that hasn't paid off for them at all.
On the others, and nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards. Well, this one probably not the close game you would expect or hope to see in prime time, CD. But, of course, that wasn't their intent in preparing for this one. They said they felt like their offense was ready to put up some points. And, my goodness, it has been a dominant display in front of a national audience.
Yeah, they thought it, and it certainly came to fruition, didn't it? They've been dominant in so many ways in this one. If you weren't paying attention to this group before, you certainly are now after seeing this type of victory from them.
That one looks like he'll throw here. And Hurts is intercepted, his third of the game. Picked off by Adrian Phillips. And the Chiefs will take over possession here up at the 44. Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other side in this one. Now they got to get to the line quickly. Mahomes now on first down. Got an open man. It's Valdez-Scantling. And as this defense walks off the field, they can do so with their heads